Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. It's the Ed August Astrology and Tarot Show. In Central Arizona, this is Ed August. I'm going to be your nighttime host tonight for at least a half hour. And then, of course, I'm also available during the week on the radio, same station, Tuesdays and Fridays. As a matter of fact, I'll be on again tomorrow. It'll be 12 noon Mountain Time. 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific. And I'm so glad to be on here at night. I find that people are so relaxed at night, and I am too. I want to look at the current planets for a minute before we get into some tarot. The sun is in 7 degrees Aquarius. The moon is in Capricorn. Mercury's in Capricorn. Venus and Mars are both in Pisces. I know this information makes your head spin. It's almost too much to absorb. But the thing is, it's a big mixture of different elements and signs that are going on right now, with the exception of Venus and Mars. Now, they're both in Pisces. And Venus has been trying to catch up with Mars for 2 weeks, slowly coming up on it. And unfortunately, instead of this being an influence that's going to help you water signs, guess what's going to happen? Mars is in the last degree of Pisces. It's going to go into Aries late tomorrow or early the next day. And with Mars in Aries and Venus still in Pisces, there's going to be sort of a separation there of the love energy from the sex energy. However, within about another 5 or 6 days, Venus is going to catch up and also go into Aries. And then you'll have Venus and Mars both in Aries. That's the start of new relationships. That's the kind of I do, I can, get things going kind of a thing. It's very good for the love life. While Venus and Mars have both been in Pisces for the last month, almost too sensitive, too loving, too maybe worried is a good word for what happens with, too idealistic. It's not always a good thing. There's some heavy aspects going on too. Jupiter-Uranus opposition is, that already took a week ago. So, and let's see, with the moon will be going into Aquarius in about 6 hours, according to what I'm looking at here. And that's good. Aquarius will open up lots of new things, new optimism and appreciation. I believe we're in a really good time right now, and hopefully that will continue. And let me take a look at something. I wanted to really suggest that some of you people that have relationships or have just met a guy or whatever, okay, that you do have a reading with either me or another astrologer, hopefully with me, on the phone or via email or text messaging, and we'll pick up, some very vital and important things that might be going on between your chart and the person's chart that you're attracted to, or the one that you're seeing right now, or maybe the one that you're living with. And this is really critical. You don't want to be dating someone or moving in with someone who has a lot of negativity in their chart compared with yours. I was thinking of going through, for example, Mercury opposition Mars. What happens if you're born with your Mercury opposite someone's Mars? There's a very good book called The Mercury Method of Chart Comparison by Lois and Logan. So I guess about 25 years ago, and it shows she compares just Mercury with all the planets in every different aspect that can come up between any two people. In other words, a man's Mercury versus a woman's Mars, or vice versa. And if they're opposite each other, this is so critical. This is so crucial. It creates trauma. It can create accidents. It burns, violent. Quote, there are 3 violent deaths in the examples before me. In one, Mars died in a car crash, and one Mars was suicide. Mercury was shot to death, 3 cases, etc. And this is not meaningless gibber here that I'm giving you. This is very important stuff to know, that if you're in a relationship or you're living someone, you're within their aura, you're embracing them, you're listening to them, and they're listening to you. You don't want to be in a situation where you get hurt in some way or where they get hurt either. So I know some of you don't want to go there. You just don't want to go there. That reminds me of how another thing, people don't want to go there. I have a book here called Horoscopes of the Western Hemisphere. And it's a wonderful book. What it does is, I just realized I have the speaker on. Let me turn the speaker off, and maybe you can hear me better. What the Horoscopes of the Western Hemisphere does is it shows what cities, what towns, what state you are likely to prosper in and get a job in and meet the match of your life in versus other places that you should not be. I can prove this to you if you listen to my show long enough. So right now, I want to dive into some readings, and the first person that's been waiting the longest is called from Palm Beach County, Florida, it looks like. 561. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking my call. Yeah, hi.
Let me see. That's better. Now I can hear you better. That's great.
Yeah, my birthday's the day after Christmas, 1967. I wonder, what you see regarding, like, career or romance.
Oh, I can do. You know what? Since you gave me your birthday, let me look at your astrology. Did you say 1997?
Oh, no, you can do tarot or astrology. What's better?
Well, let me do that. I thought you said something about your birth chart. Yes, I will have to kind of zip through these only for 6 minutes. That's a half-hour show.
It's December 26th.
There you go. See, you gave me your birth date. I knew you were going to give me your birth date, and what I'm not sure is how I can help you the best. So you said I've got 1967 here in front of me. I have 100-year ephemeris of the planets, places. And what was that birth date again, please?
December 26, 1967.
All right. So we've got 4 degrees of Capricorn for your sun. Let me see. It's Libra going into Aries. It looks like it's a Libra moon, a Capricorn, Mercury, and Venus in Scorpio. That's very sensual and very dramatic. And you have an aspect. You have a square between Venus and Mars, because you have Venus in Scorpio and you have Mars in Aquarius. And that square between Venus and Mars can lead you to situations of friction and misunderstanding sometimes, with your relationships. My first advice on looking at that is that you should, watch out for any bad relationships that you might have, because it could turn into, an adversarial relationship, and it might be hard to get on with that. Are you single at this time?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
and what was your question?
Yeah.
Was your question more about love life, or was it more about career?
Well, either, but I guess you can say about my love life if you see, who you see coming, any description about who I'll be meeting.
Oh, sure. Okay. We'll love to do that. Let me shuffle the cards. And may I have your first name, please?
Stacy.
Okay. So let me see here. Let me shuffle them once. Let me shuffle them twice. And I'm thinking Florida, Palm Beach County, your love life, and now I'm going to cut the cards. Would you like me to cut them near the top, or a third of the way down, or half the way?
Yeah, top.
Half? Near the top. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Okay, the first card is the Two of Swords. It means a decision that you have to make. A decision perhaps to be with one person or another. I presume it's a guy. And there's too much waiting and too much worrying with that Two of Swords. I wonder about that. I worry about that. The very next card is the Two of Wands, and that's a person who's looking from a distance. Do you have anyone that you're relating to right now, or are you looking for something brand new in your life?
Well, do you see me knowing anybody that I'll, be seeing, or is it somebody new?
The second card, the first card shows that you're trying to make a decision, and it's a very difficult one having to do with a relationship. In other words, do you stick with the guy that's there? Are you looking for somebody else? Do you go back to a previous lover? The second card shows that there's someone at a distance. It's a man. He's standing on a hill. He's got the world in his hands. He has some money, and he's just waiting for you to come into his life. He's waiting to meet you. He's waiting to get together with you. And it could be somebody that you've already met. It could be someone that you decided that you're not interested in. Funny, the third card is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is a woman who is hard to please and kind of is hard to impress, and I think the problem is that one man in your life who would be interested in you, who may be living in a different town, is not quite what you want. And that's why I'm going to pick a fourth card. The fourth card is the Page of Wands, and that's a man entirely. That's a new person entirely, and it's perhaps a few years younger. I've got a very young energy, a playful and interesting energy about this person. So that tells me that you need to make up your mind fundamentally as to whether you still have desires for the person who's been there with you in the past. Also, if you want to get involved with someone who is at a distance, who maybe you've met in the internet or a friend of a friend or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, there's guys that like me either from that estate or ones that I guess some acquaintance that I just know of through people,
right.
And all of a sudden after 2 years they're asking me out of nowhere. That's not what I'm interested in. But you said the Page of Wands.
Well, that's why I get the Queen of Swords, because you're not interested in that. No, you want someone that's, I think it's going to be definitely a new influence, a new person. You might meet them, let's see, where would you meet them, huh? Let's see, it could be at work. It could be, something involving the caring profession, social work, medical, something like that. Could be involved in a hospital or whatever. And this person has all the characteristics of the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands means once you get started with him, it's going to be a really first-class, fun relationship. And if I had the time to do more astrology on you, I could find out a little bit more. I could tell you a little bit more. I'm so sorry. I'm glad I was able to talk to you, but that's just about all that I can do for you right now. Maybe we can talk another time?
Okay, great. But the Page of Wands, you said somebody I'll meet is younger than me.
Well, it's someone who's not a king, so it's not somebody who's going to be in their 50s or 60s. It's not a knight, so it's probably not going to be someone who's like 35 to 50. And the Page is either younger chronologically speaking, or he's just got a young, kind of happy, adventurous energy. Let's put it that way. Someone with a youthful glow. And I think that he'd be something really good for you. I think you should go for it.
Wow.
Okay, my dear, thank you so much. You're so welcome. And that takes us to 216 area code. Hello, 216. Hi. How are you doing tonight? Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. What's your first name, please?
Sharon.
Did you say?
Sharon, S-H.
Sharon. I don't know. I think we've got I think there's just something on my line tonight that's not coming through as smooth
as I want.
I can hear
you
Sharon,
clear.
I would love. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
You.
Oh,
absolutely.
Great. Okay. So Sharon, and I'm not familiar with the 216. What part of the country is that?
Cleveland, the Ohio area.
Cleveland. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I imagine you've had quite a winter up there. Quite a winter.
Yeah, not yet, though. We're in the 50s, which is very rare.
Oh, my. Well, let me shuffle the cards already here as I think about Sharon in Cleveland. And what kind of question do you have tonight?
I have a career question. I want to know if you see some changes coming for me, an offer or something. Would you see any changes coming up? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Sharon in Cleveland, I've shuffled the cards 4 times. I'm going to cut them. Where do you see me cutting these cards? Near the top, in the middle, near the end?
Middle.
Where? Okay.
Middle's fine.
That's exactly where it wanted. World. This offer that you're looking for looks like it's going to be like a culmination of the situation that you're in right now in your life. The world is a very positive card. It's very fulfilling. It opens the doors. It opens the doors to a broader range of experiences and challenges. It's almost always a very good one. And the next thing I see here is the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant, kind of like the Pope. He's sitting there on his throne. In a way, he's kind of like the emperor or like one of the kings. He could be HR. He could be someone who has the power to hire you or not hire you. And
yeah, I get it. Okay.
As such, that's someone that you have to make. That's someone who's going to be organizing this, and someone that you're going to have to deal with about this. Do you have a range of different options on this company? Is there in other words, could they hire you for one position or for another position, or is it just one solid job that you're thinking about?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's one solid job I'm waiting on. You're right, but there's multiple other positions in the company. Later on, you could post for it. It's a big, huge.
I want to give you the very best news. But the thing that I get now is the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups shows 3 cups have been spilled and 2 cups are still standing, and the person is feeling a little bit sad. So that's why I was thinking, I think that you're going to be getting an offer of another job in that same company, slightly different, a different level, a different boss, something like that, And so expect that you're going to be able to, that's going to happen. But I've also picked the 4th card, and that's the 4 of Pentacles. Someone holding on to their money, making money, holding on to it, prosperity. So I think that in the end of this short-term situation that you're describing to me, you will be working and you will be getting a paycheck and putting away some money, and that'll be very good. And I think that this company is very good for you, but this one particular spot, this one particular niche, it may not be exactly right. It may be that the Hierophant, the Pope, the person who interviewed you or who makes the decision, maybe they're going to, tell someone else about you. I think it'll end up very positively for you, but probably there'll be a shift in your outlook on this one, and you may have a different job in the same company. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Sharon, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I'm going to move on here to the 971. I have a call from the 971 area code, and I'm not sure where that is either. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, 971. What part of the country is that?
It's Oregon.
Oregon. Wow. Are you in inland Oregon or somewhere near the coast?
I'm actually in New York.
Oh, right now you're in. Okay. So the phone number's in Oregon, but you're in New York for the time being. You moved or you're traveling or something. Okay. Well, good for you. That's great. So you're really getting around. And what's your first name, please?
My first name is Kay.
Kay, I'm thrilled that you called tonight. That's great. And I'm glad that you're in New York. But are you glad you're in New York? Are you having a good time there, or are things not working out quite right?
Things are, ups and downs, topsy-turvy.
How long have you been in New York now?
I'd say 5 years.
5 years. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, you still got that Oregon area code. Let me answer a question for you. What can I help you with? What's on your mind?
Just relationship, actually.
All right. Kay in New York, originally from, because when you said Oregon, the reason I asked, are you on the coast or not, is because there's a lot of snow right now in inland parts of Oregon. Roofs are collapsing. Roofs are collapsing under the snow in Idaho and in Oregon. But I imagine that if you were from Portland or Eugene or Corvallis, it would not be a problem. So let me see here. KKK. Okay, I'm thinking you got Big Apple. Come on, Big Apple. And your relationships. Here we go. I shuffled them 4 times. Now, would you like the cards from near the top, third of the way down, half the way down?
Halfway.
Halfway it is. I'm sorry, pardon?
Or never mind. Yeah, halfway.
Okay, because I think you suddenly said bottom. Okay. Whoa, this is freaking cool. Okay, this is freaking cool. Page of Wands. That's the male energy, playful male energy. This card appeared in the other woman's reading. Maybe you're going to date the same guy. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But the Page of Wands is a young, enthusiastic guy, probably your age. He's not going to be some oldster or something. He's going to be right in your, right. Why do I feel like saying near your graduating class? Something like that. And the second card is the Four of Cups. The Six of Cups. It's a beautiful card of where an older boy is giving a younger girl a golden cup filled with a flower, and it shows you getting together with him. Definitely getting together. It could very well be someone that you have already met, and but what's strange here is that there's another male in here. The third card is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is a mature and possibly wealthy man who is a little bit different than the Page of Wands. Maybe what it means is the Page of Wands, you meet him for purposes of fun and pleasure and hobbies and stuff, but he ends up being like a real man in your life, because the King of Pentacles has that manly energy of a mature person. He gets more mature the longer that you are together with him. And I just picked the fourth card, and that's the Knight of Pentacles, and that's again definite male energy. You have male energy in 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in a row. Now, this could be that we're describing up to 3 different men, but I think what it means is that, you get to know this guy. He takes on more and more of the personality of the King of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Pentacles is more adventurous, going off with him somewhere, starting a family or a life together with him or something. This is just a beautiful spread of cards, Kay, and I hope that helps you. I see this getting together very soon, very soon. So watch for him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I've got to move right along, and that takes me to let's see. Hello. I've got 2 calls from practically the same phone number. How are you doing tonight, 7?
Hello, my name is Dee, and I'm calling from Maine. I'm doing very well. My question for you is, I've been living with my ex-husband because it's been hard on me financially to get my own place. But will I be able to get my own place soon?
Oh, okay. So your purpose is to be able to move out from having to live with your ex-husband. That's just not working out, and you have different goals in mind. I completely understand. And it was Dan or Jane, or I couldn't quite get the name. D-A-N?
Oh, my name is Dee.
Dee. Oh, Dee.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So Dee in Maine. And, let me see here. Shuffling. Will you be able to get your own place soon? And where can I cut these for you?
At the bottom.
Top, at the bottom. Okay.
At the bottom.
There was a spot right there. There's a spot there just waiting for you. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Well, you have been looking, and you certainly will look, and the place that you get is not going to be as close to your ex-husband's house as it could be. In other words, you're looking for a place it could be 10 or 20 miles away, or maybe even more than that. You do want to put some distance between yourself and him. Strength is the next card. You need strength in conquering what? The fact that you want to stay someplace where it's less expensive. He's not charging you very much. He's letting you live there. Does your ex want you back in his life?
Yes.
Well, then that's what the Strength card is about, because it shows a woman who's like like an angel or like a virgin with the infinity sign above her head. She struggles with a lion, It's a struggle, but she finally makes kind of like a friend out of an enemy. It's not as bad, but the point is that you've got to be in charge. You've got to take charge of that situation. And your desire that you have to move out is very important, because you need to have a much better time. You need to have a lot more fun in your life than you're having right now. And the next card is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups really kicks loose and enjoys herself, and this could even be a person that you want to be with. Now, it's a page, and a page can be a male or a female, so it could be a female friend or male friend, but definitely I see this happening. Now, the thing is, it's not going to be as easy as it seems on the surface, because the next card is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords shows someone wins and somebody loses. Somebody is defeated. Somebody feels very bad. You may have to go through one of these episodes where he rages at you for daring to move out, for going away. Is he a person who sometimes can get quite angry and tempestuous energies? Well, that's why this Five of Swords is but that is followed by the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is matches that Page of Cups. The cups have to do with celebration and pleasure, and it's a very cheerful card. So you'll have a short episode of his anger at the fact that you're definitely leaving. He's trying to keep you there. But, yes, there will be some struggle because of the Strength card. To keep looking, I guess, until you find exactly the right place. And I also get the feeling that maybe you're trying to save up some money. Save up as much as you can for making this move, and that'll facilitate it. You don't want to be in a situation where he's going to have anything over you, such as money, But really,
I know.
I know. But you're going to be just fine. And the Page of Cups, and then followed by the Three of Cups, shows lots of celebration and happiness. In my mind's eye, as I look, actually, I have a crystal ball. I'm engaged in a crystal ball here. 3 weeks or 3 months, which one is it? 3 weeks. It could be as soon as 3 weeks. So,
wow.
Get on Craigslist or, talk it up with people, see what you can do. I hope that helps you.
That does. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome, my dear. And let's see, where does that go? Now, here is a real oddity. I have another call from the same. Oh no, okay. So there were 2 calls from almost the same phone number. So imagine somebody must have called 2 numbers at the same time. It's 928. Friends, I love talking with you, and I love talking with you on the phone also. So look on my website, edaugusts.com. That's EDAUGUST.com, and you'll see there's a radio listen page. There's a page about my readings. And, sometimes you don't need a reading, but you'd like to talk to somebody. You know what? We can arrange that, too. I've done that for many years, different kinds of love to help you. And with that, look for me again tomorrow at 12 noon, and then I'll be back again next Thursday night. Thank you so much. Here's my exit music. Love you. Good night.